because we got some of the best games of the weekend going on that are not Raven games. So definitely keep that in mind. The big five biggest games on the schedule every week. We do larger NFL content that are not Baltimore Raven games. So we do that every week. We do the NFL, the Big Five, every Sunday. So what happened last week on the Big Five? The Falcons and the Bucs. Uh, that kind of went exactly as I thought it would. I think the Falcons now are going to take their place as the number one team in the NFC South. I think the Falcons, they're a little bit ahead of the Bucs. Losing Tampa Bay, I think, is going to be pretty feisty, but losing Mike Evans till about week 12, losing Chris Godwin for the year, I think that's too big of a mountain to climb if you're going to beat Atlanta. So interesting to see there. They went so bad in the Colts Texans game that they're going to make a cold quarterback change. Anthony Richardson tapping out. I've never seen that. Like a quarterback calling out of the game. I've never seen that as well. Issues with the Texans, though. They won, but Stephon Diggs, I think, hurt himself as far as the ACL. They are missing some receivers. So interesting to see going forward. I still think they'll probably win that division. Bills, Seahawks as well. Bills, I think they're pretty much down in, right? I mean, all the other teams in their division are terrible. Seahawks, this is kind of what I keep saying. They kind of don't show up against good teams. Again, blasted at home against the Bills. Mike McDonald's defense blasted in this. I mean, they kind of don't show up against good teams. And the Sunday night game was pretty much what I expected. Sunday night game, pretty much what we thought. 49ers over the Cowboys. Cowboys, there isn't much there. I think the Niners have problems. But they got the cavalry coming in. They may get McCaffrey back this week. Kittle, I thought, was outstanding on Sunday night. Defensively, they kind of don't look the same, though. I think that's a concern as well. I think this is the problem they have. But that was a good win for them on Sunday. And I thought the finish of the year, I think, in the entire NFL with the Hail Mary, that was bananas. That was bananas. Boy, you won't see that when you watch 10 games. I thought the Bears definitely could have stole one, but the ball tipped up. Tyreek Stevenson, that's on you, bro. Like, not paying attention, man. But I could hear Tom Jackson, knock it down. That's what you're supposed to do in that Hail Mary. All right, so last week's Big Five. This week's Big Five. Lions and the Packers. I thought these might be for playoff position in the North. So the Vikings have 2 straight losses, so this one's even bigger. Jordan Love, not sure if he's going to play. Maybe he doesn't play in this one. They're going to need him against the Lions team. I think the Lions, I kind of thought this at the beginning of the year. This is the class, I think, of the NFC. I think they are. I think they can beat anybody in the NFC at any time. I think this is starting Malik Willis. I think he's had his good moments for them this year. I think it's too big of a mountain to climb if you're going to beat the Lions. I think the Lions' offense is really, really good. They definitely, Jamar Gibbs, I think, is an outstanding running back. The receivers are really good. I think the line is just masterclass as well. Defensively, few more issues, I think, because at the ends without Aiden Hutchinson, so I think that's a point, but they're going to score points. I do think they go into Green Bay and steal one. They've had good luck in Green Bay also in recent years. Big game for both teams. So the Seahawks are kind of at the 500 mark. The Rams are trying to get back to the 500 mark, 3-4 in this one. I don't believe that they're trading Matt Stafford. That's insanity to me. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they still believe that they can win. I mean, they're not all the way out of it yet. So I do like the effort on seeing with Los Angeles. no players. I think kind of like I said with Dallas, kind of like they just have CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. That's probably what all you got on offense is Rams. You got Stafford, you got Puka Nacua. That's about it. Their running games. I've seen Blake Corum there, Kyron Williams. There's a little bit of offense, but I think they're well coached. Don't make mistakes. Rams teams are very disciplined. I've kind of noticed that throughout the years. You don't see a lot of dumb stuff that they do out there on the field. Seahawks, I think, are really good, but I think I'm going to take the Rams. I think the Rams are good enough to beat them. The Seahawks has just not impressed me this year. I think they kind of only do well against teams that don't do well. I think Geno, just definitely just has that problem. Defensively, they haven't been as good as I thought either. Mike McDowell's defense is pretty chewed up pretty good here as a rookie head coach. So I think like against good defenses, against a bad defense, Stafford, I think will have a good day. I like the Rams in this one. 2 road teams. Not doing that in this one. Cowboys and the Falcons. Cowboys, for one, I think part of it, they've had a rough schedule. I've had a lot of these Cowboy games in this, and they're playing a team, I think, probably the best team, I think, in the NFC South. One of the better teams, I think, in the NFC. I think Cousins has been as good as advertised. Everything they've asked for. Bijan Robinson, I think, might be maybe the best running back in the NFC. One of them as well. I think the receivers are good. Defense isn't great. I think that's probably the thing, maybe keeping them out of the category with the Niners and the Lions and all that, etc. The defense isn't great. My position stands with the Cowboys. They kind of are what they are. They Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. They got to have a good day for them. Now that is kind of enough here. I think this would be close. But I'm gonna take the Falcons. I don't like the Cowboys in this one. I don't like the Cowboys period. I think they are. I think they have players. They're just underachieving, but they're not. I think the Falcons. I think have been on a roll lately. So as well. So here we go. Joe Flacco. I don't know if Joe's done enough. I think forever I said Joe Flacco. A lot of people said Joe shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame. I think this second career might get him there. Good for him. Definitely they had to change from Anthony Richardson. Now, I don't think they had a choice. I think they would have rather, for sure, but Richardson I thought was overdrafted. He isn't the guy. Flacco is playing well. I think this is smart. Obviously playing as well. So you definitely have more of a shot. This is going to be a test for the Vikings. They got off to the start. Now they've lost a couple in a row. This is going to be flexed into the Sunday night game. I think I'm actually going to take the Colts in this one again. I'm going to take the road team again. I think I'm not sure that the Vikings are a great team. I think they kind of got off to a great start. I think they're a bit of a paper tiger. The Colts actually have, if you're playing Flacco, some good stuff on both sides going on. I think they're not a great team, but I think their quarterback was really a problem for them. So playing Flacco, I definitely like the Colts. And the Chefs and the Bucs, I think the Bucs, are a good team. I think Mayfield has been solid all year long. I think they definitely have some challenges with no receivers as well. Getting hurt. I can't pick the Bucs. I can't pick them over the Chefs. I would say the Chefs are flawed. They did bring in Deontay Hopkins. They did bring in Udeshe on the defensive side. So, but I got to tell you, I don't even think they played their best on either side. I mean, people saying, well, their defense, I think their defense hasn't been as good either. But definitely, I think this is absolutely an opportunity for them to go ahead and get into undefeated. I don't know if they'll go undefeated, but definitely they have a shot at not losing a game. There you go. Big Five, 5 biggest games on the schedule that are not Raven games. So definitely check that out on Sunday. 5 biggest games on the schedule that are not Baltimore Raven games. So absolutely check that out. Where is the song? 5 biggest games, Raven games, Big 5. Definitely check that out on Sunday. All right.